I'm not gonna lie to you, I just finished uploading yesterday's video, and I've never really been concerned about one of the videos that I've uploaded. I'm a little concerned about it because I'm talking about how Gen Z has the potential to be like the greatest generation because of all the things that we face. And I'm so I say we, I'm not even Gen Z, I'm a millennial, but I'm so concerned that people are gonna think y'all face hard situations. Y'all were and I agree. Once I hit upload, almost immediate regret, like people are not gonna get. I'm not saying that we face the hardest situations that there ever will. I'm not. I just feel like I need to start this video apologizing for last video. So anyway, how's your day going? I'm going to see if I can find the clip, but I'm pretty sure like a few months ago, and maybe it was in January, maybe it was at the beginning of the year, but I'm pretty sure that I shot a vlog or a video talking about a book challenge. And me and Shauna were challenging ourselves to read one book a month for the whole rest of the year. So me and Shauna have decided that we are going to do a book challenge in the year 2024. Now, Shauna has decided that me and Shauna both have decided that we're deleting our social media, period, off of our phones. So we've had a whole lot of like spare time because we're not doing the whole scrolling thing. Shauna's read like 50 books in the past like few days, or the past month. It's been ridiculous. But anyway, I've read 0 books, none books. But I said all that to say that I am not necessarily reading, I'm rereading and listening to one of the books that I read last year, which turned out to be my most favorite book that I've ever read. And I even did a book review on it. I'll put a link in the description. But it's a book called Wild at Heart. And that is leading me to turning right here because this is my turn. But that is topic of conversation today because as I'm listening to this book, he starts out talking about young men and young boys, but he also mentions young women. But he talks about the one question that all men are asking in the core of their being, the one question that it starts when you're a little kid that they're asking. And then he talks about the one question that women or little girls want to ask or are asking in their heart. And the question for boys, and I so completely agree with this, that they grow up asking themselves, that they grow up secretly wanting to know is, do I have what it takes? And it's almost like a general blanket statement. Well, what are you talking about? Everything. Every little boy, every young man is longing to know, do I have what it takes? It's the birth of adventure. It's the birth of competition. It's the birth of, everything that is kind of inherently the masculinity and what makes a man a man. And then he talks about girls' one question when they're little girls and they grow up as women. Their one question is, do you see me? And again, it's so perfect. It's so amazing. You guys should read this book. It's Wild at Heart, and it's by a guy named John Eldredge. But the girl question is perfect too, because all girls are just longing to know, do I have value? Do you see me? Am I enough? Are people, when people see me, do they like what they see? So I say we talk about that today. I think I just met who I want to be when I grow up. This is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, and you may or may not understand this, but I just got the opportunity to sit down with a gentleman. I was measuring up a home for some gutters, and it wasn't his home. He was in town visiting, so wasn't even the homeowner. But I sat down. The homeowner was supposed to be there in 5 minutes. Turns out it was probably 15 or 20 minutes. We sat down and talked. But this gentleman had the most amazing, I don't even know how to explain it. Like he was so rough around the edges. Like he had such a terrible mouth. He was cursing, like every other word was a curse word. He smoked like 10 cigarettes. Like I'm talking about, he was lighting cigarettes with cigarettes. Like dude was a chain smoker. But he had such amazing values and manners. It was like the little things when you look at, I'm going to be so honest right here, and if you don't like it, I don't even care. But the things that we would so judge a person for, like you walk up and guy's chain smoking and he's cursing and he's doing all these things, which he may not would have done until he felt comfortable, because we sat down for a few minutes before we really got into some good conversation. But his values, just keeping things really simple. He talked about how important it is. We ended up talking about kids, and I said I got 2 kids, and he was talking about him raising kids and how he grew up in the foster system, but his foster parents raised him well, and all of these things. And I'm sitting here, and whereas normally you would look at somebody and have the potential of judging them based on their outside appearance, like the homeowner pulls up, which I believe is his maybe mother-in-law. Homeowner pulls up and he puts his cigarette down and he goes, stand up, like that. Like they pull up in their car, and you stand up when a lady, like here comes a lady, you stand up, walks up to her door, opens her door. They got some groceries. That's why they were running late. Goes to the trunk immediately, starts unloading groceries. Like I don't exist anymore. And I'm sitting there talking to that lady, and it was just like, wow, yeah, he may smoke cigarettes. Yeah, he may have a bad mouth. Like there may be some qualities that, that God would tweak a little bit. But the core of his being, that man was a gentleman, and he would fight and die for somebody who wouldn't respect a lady. And I'm like, I want to be like that when I grow up. And I think the biggest thing that I was thinking of, this might be a long vlog because I'm talking a lot, but I don't care. I think the biggest thing that struck me as like so powerful is the fact that in my life, I focus way more on the don't smoke and don't cuss type things. Does that make sense? Like I was raised, I'm not saying I was raised wrong, but I was raised like, these are some of the really important oh my God, not that my parents didn't tell me that it's important to treat ladies right. I'm not saying that, but the qualities that needed to stick stuck with him. Like may have a rough outside exterior, but the qualities of a man, men stand up when women are coming, when women come to the table, men unload the groceries, men don't just sit around when the women are there and work needs to be done. It just, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll put this in the vlog, but that was like, I don't know. Just lately I'm so over focusing on the don't do this and don't do that. It's not that I want to smoke or cuss. I'm not saying that, but how's your day today? I will tell you one thing. If you watch this vlog, you must really just like me, because that is all you get is a whole lot of Alex's mental, emotional vomit all the time. Why's that pillow in the throwaway pile?
Because I don't want it anymore.
I'll be honest with you. The questions that I brought up at the beginning of this vlog, I think that they answer the why behind the whys of a lot of things in my life. And I'm really curious as to what your thoughts are. And if you're a guy, if you're a gal out there, ask yourself, what is the why behind the why? And does that question answer anything for you? Do I have what it takes? Is that the why behind, like the why I started the business is this, but in all reality, at the core of the question that I want to prove to myself or prove to somebody else is, do I have what it takes? Or because I feel like I never got that question answered when I was a kid, I'm still trying to prove to myself or prove to my family that I have what it takes. Ladies, I ask you the same question. Does that speak to you at all? Does that drive any of the why behind the why of what you do in your life, or some of the insecurities that you have in your life? Not just I'm doing this because I want to feel accomplished, or I'm doing this for this reason, but somewhere deep down inside, are you still just longing to know that somebody sees you, or somebody values you, or you're accepted? Three boxes of Oreos and 2 pints of ice cream later. Shauna sent me to get Oreos, and I wanted ice cream, so I was already going. But as far as she knows, they did not have the kind of Oreos that she likes. So she said, just don't give me anything. But I found them, so.
Did they for real have Oreos? That's exciting.